Hi everyone, I want to talk about the cyclamen plant today. It's a beautiful plant that I really enjoyed watching it grow, and I think you will too. Hey everybody, it is Lori here, and I have a plant for you today, the cyclamen. This is a really pretty plant. I really like it. It is actually something that will keep reblooming every single year for you and keep coming back. So there's some really interesting things about this plant. I have had this plant in the past, and it has had problems growing. I think that's something that a lot of people run into, is that they have a problem with growing these. They think that it dies and they're like, oh, it's just too much trouble. There's some key tips of things that you just need to know about it so then you can grow this beautiful plant here that comes in lots of different colors. I find it to be one of the most beautiful looking flowers that grows in cooler months of the year. And so let's get into talking about this so then you can know how to grow your cyclamens just right and enjoy it for year after year. It has periods of being dormant, and so those periods are usually going to be in the summertime, and then it will start reblooming in the fall. And so the thing about in the summertime, you're going to want to stop watering completely. And so I know that sounds, you're going to just want to stop watering during that time, and it will actually look like it starts to die back, and that's just normal. Just remember in the summer when it goes dormant that you need to keep it in a dark, cool spot in your house. And then once it's the period around October, September come around, then you want to restart rewatering. Once it's time again for it to start reblooming, then you can take it back out and put it in your wherever you like it to go, as long as it's not too much sun and it's kind of a cooler place. Actually, do rewater. Try not to get it on the leaves. Try to make sure that you get it in the soil. You have to make sure you touch the soil and make sure that the soil is completely dry before watering it again, because it is prone to root rot. So just be aware of that. Be aware that, yeah, that is a problem sometimes with these. Either if you have a saucer on the bottom of the plant, that make sure that the water does not sit at the bottom of the saucer. People will give them as gifts and they'll have that foil wrap on the bottom that you're probably used to. You'll want to take that foil wrap off. If you're underwatering it, you'll get a leaf that starts to droop. If you're overwatering it, you'll get a leaf sometimes that looks like that, where it will yellow out. You want to keep this in a cooler room of your house, and when it goes dormant, you're also going to want to keep it in a cool room. And like I said, just leave it alone, let it do its thing for a few months in the summertime, and then start rewatering it in the fall time, in the springtime, of course. I have it in my bathroom in a sill high up that kind of gets indirect light, so it doesn't get a whole lot of bright light coming in, but it's really cool. I also read somewhere that it likes humidity, so the bathroom I thought would be a really good place for that. You want to keep it in a cooler room in your house. It does like bright light, but not with direct sun, so you probably don't want to put it in a window where it's going to have direct bright light coming at it. This is toxic to animals, so you want to obviously keep away from your animals. So yeah, so no putting somewhere down the floor where they can eat it. I don't know if they'll really want to eat this, but yeah, keep it away from your pets and kids too. Fertilizing, you usually want to fertilize it once every 1 to 2 months. Of course, when it goes dormant, you're not doing that, but you can restart back up when it starts to go into its whole growth cycle back in the fall. The lifespan of the cyclamens can be quite long, as you're doing those little tips and tricks that I'm kind of giving you now. It could last you decades, and so just want to keep on doing the things that you're supposed to do, and don't be scared when you all of a sudden start seeing in the summertime when the leaves start looking like they're dying back. That just means it's going into that dormant phase, and that's when you stop watering. The height of these plants, they usually get approximately 8 inches tall. The colors, they have so many different varieties of colors. There's a fuchsia color, I think there's a red color, purple color. I just really love the flower on these, and they're so unique. As you can see, they're kind of upside down, and then they have, like, you can see the little ones that are peeking through there. To summarize, tip number 1, don't water on the leaves. When you water, you want to make sure you want to touch the soil and make sure that it is almost completely dried out, and then you water it. And then make sure that you're avoiding putting like saucers at the bottom, unless you're gonna like drain the water, empty the water out. Just remember that in the summer months, usually from June to August, that it will go dormant and that it might look like it is dying. That's when you want to put it in a cool, dark spot and kind of just put it away, stop watering it until the fall comes, like September, October, and then you can bring it back out and then push it. And yeah, this is just such a beautiful plant that I think it is deserving of everyone's home. And so don't think that this is a plant that you can't handle. This may seem harder than it is, and you may feel like you've had failure with this in the past, but it really is not that bad. Just learn those quick tips and tricks that I'm telling you, and yeah, this will bloom and bloom and bloom for years for you. And I'm excited for this one now that I have a little bit more information about what to do and what not to do. I do have it in my bathroom right now because it is a cooler place, it's humid, and it can get a lot of bright and direct light. So I'm very happy about how it is blooming. It seems like when I kind of change spots, then it just kept blooming and blooming and blooming, and I see more blooms that are coming. So I'm very happy about this plant. I think it's a very beautiful plant, and yeah, just very gorgeous. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please comment below. Please subscribe and make sure to hit the notification bell and give this video a thumbs up.